My neighbors aren't very neighborly when it comes to my religion. Seeing as I'm a Mormon in the Bible Belt, they can be unimaginably articulate about how they know that they're right and I'm wrong. I hate cleaning up eggings. But I'm still a Mormon, and I still believe in the Book of Mormon, Doctrine and Covenants, Pearl of Great Price, and I know that Lehi heeded a vision from the Lord and left Jerusalem to go to the Promised Land. That's where I live in today. My dad told me that we would be going to America soon. He called it the Promised Land, and he told us stories of how it was paved with gold and there were trees growing up in people's yards, so nobody would care if you took a fruit or two. I knew they weren't true, but I still loved hearing them. That was before my sister ran away. We went to look for her, but instead found a gangster. He shot my dad and beat my mom, and so I had to drag him home. Even as you have done it unto these least of mine own brethren, ye have done it unto me. I try to live by that rule, and it's not too hard on my conscience, but my wallet is anorexic. I just can't leave homeless people there. I mean, they're so destitute, and I just have to help them somehow. I always wanted to make a life-saving decision, but I don't know if I will ever get the chance. My mom died 2 days after my dad, partly from the beating, mostly from grief. I was homeless there. I couldn't pay any bills. I didn't want to call the police because they were probably going to kill me or do some other crime. So I just decided to leave. I started walking, and I ended up in some party, and I found it obscene that somebody could be partying while my parents had just died. But there they were, and I couldn't tell what they were partying for, and then they surged over a bridge, and they tried to make it through a big wall. I was at the border, and I was being pushed through. I can't make up my mind about illegal immigrants. I mean, I know my lettuce and my tomatoes and my grapes, and a lot of my produce comes from them picking it. But there's always the drug dealer who has his people carry drugs for them over the border, and I just say no more there. That's enough. And so I'd like to open my arms to the hard-working people, but I don't want to be stabbed in the back. And anyways, it is a doctrine that you have to have willingness to give aid and ability, and I come a couple $1,000s short in the ability department. I decided to go with the crowd, and I couldn't do much else. We smashed through the riot wall like a tsunami through the house of the first little pig. And then I was running, and I didn't look back. I had nothing left there. I saw my first house in the Promised Land a couple minutes later. He was tired from running, I could tell that. I finished my soup, and then I walked inside. I grabbed my last can of chili, my last chips, a couple cans of tuna, and then I walked outside. I dropped the food on my porch and walked back inside and went to bed. That food was so good. He even thought of a can opener. I'm pretty sure it saved my life. When I turned to go, I realized something. He had fruit trees in his front yard.